So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you to everybody who's here. This is new. We are recording our meeting today. Thank you for joining us virtually. It turned out to be a great day to be on a virtual meeting instead of trying to get out in person. So that worked in our favor. I'm going to introduce myself. I think I know everybody here, but I'm Molly Frieders. I, along with Marcy Strauss, we are the co-presidents of the Iowa chapter of NAWBO, the board of directors. I'm also an entrepreneur and I run MFS HR Solutions and I provide HR consulting services to business. I'm here today because I want to share NAWBO's history, its impact, and its opportunities with you today. And we're going to keep everybody muted for now, just in the interest of time. We are going to give people an opportunity to share. I would like everybody to introduce yourselves in the chat. Just say your name, the name of your business. And then if you could also share one thing about either why you joined NAWBO or one way that NAWBO has benefited you as a business owner, as a woman business owner, that would be great. I'm going to put those in the chat. Hi, Amy. And Rachel, we're introducing ourselves in the chat. The name, your name, the name of your business, a reason why you joined NAWBO, or a way NAWBO has benefited you as a woman business owner. And Katie or Kathy, if you could, I'm having trouble with the chat. It's not showing right now for me. Oh, here now I'm starting to see it. I see Anne Wright. Yeah, Rachel from Morrow, Kara Lundy. Awesome. For some reason, the chats are not scrolling through for me, but Sue Bennett, Marcy Strauss. Yeah, and I see a lot of, yeah, connections, meeting people, talking to other women business owners. These are stories that we hear, and it's a reason I joined NAWBO, and it's something that I personally benefit from as a member. And just some stories that I've heard from other members about why they join NAWBO or why they benefit from NAWBO. I heard from a member, they've been a member for 3 years now. She said this group is different than any other networking organization she's been involved with. The members she's connected with and do business with are women of integrity. She trusts them not only as businesswomen, but as friends. And another small business owner who is an entrepreneur, works mainly out of home, talked about how, when you work remotely, it can be kind of lonely. And this gives you an opportunity to get out and connect with other people, other women business owners who are on the same journey and understand what you're going through. And appreciates that support and also learning about, key issues at events like the legislative panels and heard somebody who said that they support or they use the NAWBO Certified Women Business Enterprise to help support their business and make connections with potential clients. So it's just, we hear a lot of stories about the connections and how valuable they are to members. NAWBO members benefit from their membership through a variety of valuable resources and opportunities. NAWBO members gain access to a supportive community of like-minded women entrepreneurs, which provides a network for sharing best practices and overcoming challenges. Members also benefit from advocacy efforts that ensure that their voices as women business owners are heard by legislative decision makers, helping to shape policies that support women-owned businesses. Additionally, NAWBO offers educational programs and professional development opportunities, which includes workshops, webinars, and events to help members grow their businesses and enhance their leadership skills. Overall, NAWBO membership empowers women business owners to achieve greater economic, social, and political influence. So I want to talk a little bit about NAWBO's history. And NAWBO was founded in 1975 by 12 women business owners in Washington, D.C. These women were facing significant obstacles. They were unable to take out business loans without having a male co-signer. So they formed NAWBO to advocate for women entrepreneurs and create a supportive community. The seed for the Round Table, which was the original name for NAWBO Iowa, was planted on May 15th in 1984 during the final afternoon of the Midwestern Women's Business Ownership Conference that was sponsored by the Small Business Administration and a private sector steering committee. 24 women chose to build on that gathering success and energy, and they established the Round Table, which is a vehicle for women business owners to address pertinent issues, education, and public policy. 10 roundtable members became delegates to the 1986 White House Conference on Small Business. And when they returned from Washington, D.C., they shared their experiences and excitement about the women they met from a national association called NAWBO. The Iowa women business owners were impressed at how savvy these peers were in strategizing to move their public policy agendas forward. Iowa's Roundtable Women then chose to enhance its focus for women business owners and affiliate with this national entity. The Iowa chapter of NAWBO has existed ever since and celebrated its 35th anniversary in 2021. So been around for a while. Today, NAWBO is the only dues-based organization representing all women entrepreneurs across all industries. NAWBO focuses on 3 pillars: education, advocacy, and leadership. NAWBO's mission is to propel women business owners into greater economic, social, and political spheres of power worldwide. We have some areas of focus that includes helping women overcome barriers to accessing capital, providing a support system for women business owners, encouraging innovation and growth, instilling confidence in women business owners, and also ensuring legislative decision makers hear the voices of women business owners. Advocacy is one of the pillars of NAWBO. Advocacy's agenda includes addressing the needs of microbusinesses and encouraging emerging entrepreneurs. Another area of focus is increasing financial literacy and access to digital tools. NAWBO also realizes that the majority of caregiving responsibilities falls on women, and part of their agenda is supporting healthcare and caregiving flexibilities for business owners and employees. I'm going to turn it over to Kathy Towner now, and she's going to talk more about resources that are available to all of us as members.
Thank you, Molly. That was wonderful. It's always good to get a reminder of who we are and where we came from and why we're here. So I'm Kathy Towner with Win Communications, an internet marketing company. I work mostly with small business owners. That's my preference. And I have been a NAWBO member for over 20 years. I'm just going to keep saying that, even if it's 30 or 40 years. I think it sounds better. When I joined, it was a matter of I had just become a partner with my husband at work, and I decided I needed to meet people in Des Moines. I had been an outside sales rep for 15 years, and this was my first stop. So there were 17 members of NAWBO at that time. Now there's 100 or so. And they immediately put me on their board of directors as their communications chair. So it's just what you do when you have 17 members. So, but I have enjoyed the connections ever since. So since that seems to be one of the reasons that we join NAWBO is the connections, and it is a huge part of why we're here. What I thought I'd do today is walk through some of the online resources that I have become familiar with for everyone, so that you know how you can use these resources to build connections. I feel like we all are more likely to go online to do this, maybe even than to go in person sometimes, and especially because we have members from around the state of Iowa. And so we are able to build those connections through the online resource. So I'm going to share my screen. And our first stop is going to be the our chapter website. So here we are, and I'm just going to walk through the components of the website in case you don't know, and if you do, then bear with us, but there's a lot here that I think people don't know is here. So first of all, one thing that you might have already done is you might have seen you can log in. So if you needed to update your member directory, your profile page at the local website, that's where you would go to do that. You would click log in and use your local password to get in. I also want to show that on the home page where we are, you can see that we have our list of events and it scrolls down. Also, we have recent articles. So anything that went out in the newsletter that was homegrown written content is going to show up down here. Over on the left, you'll see we have some announcements area. You can buy a t-shirt. Most people don't know that. And then some quick links at the left. Up here at the About page, what I want to show you is that you can find your current board of directors in case you want to reach out, get some information about what's happening at the board level. Also, under the About page, I wanted to show you that we have the photo gallery, which we also have our social media, but there's huge collections of pictures from previous events just sitting here on our website. So all the way back to 2016, some really nice collections, professionally done, photos from years ago. The events tab, some people prefer to look at events on a calendar view. I don't know if everybody knows this is available, but you can scroll through and you can go backwards in case you forgot what we did last month. And you can go forward and then you can click on the event to find more information. So that is available under events. Also under events is this programming or sponsorship opportunities description. And if you want to become a sponsor or host a coffee, you can submit your interest by clicking on the link there and filling out the form. We have that happen occasionally, but I feel like people don't know it's there. And also under events right now, this is important. We have a description of our annual awards celebration. And on this page right here, you'll see the description of each award that we present. And for 2 of the 3 awards, we also have a nomination form, which is currently open for the 2025 awards. So it's time to start thinking about who to nominate for Woman Business Owner of the Year 2025 and our Advocate of the Year. Under the advocacy page, the main thing here is that during legislative season, we do post updates. Last year, we posted weekly updates on what was happening in Iowa at our state level. So this is just really rich information. If you need to look back, and hopefully we'll get to do this again this year. Our partners, I'll just mention real quick that they are posted here. These are the businesses that support us financially, who we would not be able to exist without. So we really appreciate all of them. And we also would love to learn about anyone that you might think is interested in becoming a partner for NAWBO Iowa. Always on the lookout. Under membership at our website, you'll see we have the brochure is the national brochure, but if you click on that member brochure, it's available for you to look through or share with a friend if you want to send them the link. I think that was the main thing there. You can also, in the member drop down, you'll find a login link once again in case you want to update your profile. And then we have our member directory. This page is super useful. A lot of times someone will say, do you know anyone that does X? And so while we do need to update this probably with newer members, what we're trying to do here is offer that kind of a category search feature. And so if I'm looking for someone that is a coach, I can just click coaching or counseling, hit refresh over here, and then that pulls up a list of people that are in that area that are members of NAWBO Iowa. And then if you clear it, it goes back to everybody. So you can also search people's business names or personal names. So we should all be in there. And then their contact information is right there. Just give her a call. So board of directors are listed there. Corporate partner members are also listed. And I just think this is super useful. I tend to use this in conjunction with social media, where I'll go to our member directory page and start to intentionally make connections happen, on social media. So that's the local website. Now I'll switch to the national website for a moment. Here I want to point out, of course, you can log in up here at the account login area. Membership, I thought it was cool. If anybody hasn't seen it, there is a map of all of I'm having a hard time getting that to show up, of all of the chapters. And one of the things I've done in the past as a member of NAWBO is I have gone in and contacted people from around the country that are in my industry. And always very receptive. If you call up someone just out of the blue and you say, I'm a NAWBO member and we're in the same industry, I just wanted to chat a little bit about some of the issues that we're having. What do you think? And it's always been, I've had a handful of conversations that way. And it's just amazing how just informational that can be. There's no threat of competition usually because you're too far from them in terms of geography. And anyway, just suggesting that in terms of how to use this. And then there's also a member directory at the national level. If you go to the Institute and you go to programs, NAWBO National has this is where you can see descriptions and get registered to do some of their upper level training programs and certifications. So if you're to that point where you would benefit from being a certified woman business owner, maybe you're not TSB, but you want some sort of certification, you can do that through the NAWBO website. You can join, if you're a business that is $1 million plus in revenue, you can join with other women who have similar issues by joining the NAWBO circle. And we have a few members that have done that. So these resources are under the NAWBO Institute at nawbo.org. And under advocacy at NAWBO's website, they also offer all kinds of resources. So if you are interested in this, they have, for example, a sample press release. You can read each year, they put together their own advocacy agenda, 3 or 4 or 5 items that they're going to lobby for in DC. So I thought this was interesting for anyone interested in pursuing that direction. In events, one of the things they've done recently at National is they've started to let us add our events to their website. And so if you're traveling, maybe you're in Chicago, you might go to a local event in the Chicago area and meet people. This would be where you'd go to find those events. We haven't listed our events there just yet. That's probably something we should look into doing so that people could come see us. Okay, I think that was it for the websites. The next thing I wanted to go to talk about is Facebook. So social media, that's what I wanted was Facebook page. NAWBO Iowa has two different pages, right, at Facebook, just so we get that clear. There's the chapter page, which the public can view. Anything there is visible to the public. And there's also a group page. So if you've been invited and have accepted into the NAWBO Iowa members group, then that's where you can post things and other members will see it. It's like the old listserv idea. Um, if I could find the group page, I think it's under here. Whenever you're on Zoom, the connections just go really slow. Here we go. So here's the group page for Facebook. And like I said, right now we're at 56 members and they all are members of NAWBO. So that's what this area is for. You can trust that if you put something here, you know, it's going to be seen by the members. And you can see where some people are taking advantage of that to share, you know, whatever things they're doing, events they're hosting, stuff like that. So take advantage of the NAWBO Iowa members group by accepting that invitation and joining NAWBO Iowa. On LinkedIn, we also have a group, and you can search this group at LinkedIn and request to be invited. And again, only NAWBO Iowa members are here, and it's a place where you can go back and forth with information just to members. A third social media resource is if you look us up on YouTube, there's all kinds of videos that we have posted there. Past events, promotions, photo collections, things like that. So I wanted to make sure everyone knew that all they need to do is go to Google and search YouTube NAWBO Iowa, and you will find our YouTube channel. I think I'm just about done with that. I wanted to mention the perks program at NAWBO National. If you are interested and you haven't yet done it, there are some perks that are super useful. The one that I have found useful so far is Office Depot. It's a member program. You sign up. There's a link and you have to go through some steps. It's a little complicated, I'll admit, but once you do, then you can, anytime you need anything, ink, printing, you know, you can submit print jobs, that kind of thing. You can do that through this perks program and get a significant discount on your order of products or printing or whatever you're looking for. So if you want to walk through that process and it gets confusing, feel free to give me a call. I did sign up and I've used it several times. So that's it, Molly.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. That was very educational. I appreciate all of the information. It's helpful to see all of those resources. And I also loved you sharing how you've connected with other women business owners across the country as part of your membership and reaching out to other people and getting those connections. I also had seen that, I think it was Rachel had shared in the chat that she used NAWBO Institute to receive that certification as well. So I love the sharing and the stories and hearing how other people have used their NAWBO benefits. So some other opportunities to get engaged as a member. As Kathy was showing, we have access to NAWBO's Institute digital learning platform. There are local and national events, both in person and virtual, that we have the opportunity to participate in. So I always encourage you to look at the events listed on our page and then also on the national page. One that I want to specifically point out today is the 50th anniversary celebration. There is going to be a celebration in Washington, D.C. on June 5th through the 8th of this year to celebrate NAWBO. The Iowa chapter board has purchased tickets for members. We have 2 tickets valued at approximately $675 a ticket. So if you as a member are interested in attending that 50th anniversary celebration in Washington, you can simply reach out to a board member and we are happy to share some additional information with you. I just saw an email from National today that they have a couple of speakers lined up. Ashley Judd, some of you may be familiar with Ashley Judd, a country music singer. She is also very involved in advocacy for women and girls around the world. And Cynthia Marshall is somebody who I'm not familiar with. I believe she was co-owner of the Mavericks at one point, and she is also heavily involved in advocating for women business owners currently. I want to go through some opportunities that you can take advantage of to be more involved in NAWBO. Now, some of you may want to get more involved, but you think, oh, being on the board is just too much of a time commitment. Well, we're also looking for committee members to help support our board members in their different duties. And so we have a communications team with the board. And the communications team produces and oversees distribution of all the digital and print materials that goes out to our members, our corporate partners, media, and the public. The communication team maintains the chapter's website and social media. And so as a committee member, you could also get involved and help with that social media communication, the announcements, coordinating the information that we're putting out to our members. We also have a corporate alliance partners team, and they invite organizations, government agencies, and nonprofit organizations who share in our mission and vision and align with our membership. Each corporate partner that we work with is a resource, an influencer, and a supporter of the women's entrepreneurial community. And even if you don't want to be involved as a board member, as a committee member, you could help coordinate inviting our corporate partners to events. We would also like to expand events for our corporate partners. And so as a committee member, helping coordinate that, reaching out to potential new corporate partners and inviting them to participate, providing them with information. We have a membership team, and our membership team coordinates efforts to grow our chapter membership. They greet new members and women business owners at meetings. They work with new members on how to get them involved and find out what do they need from NAWBO. They gather that members' contact information, company information, so that we can also share that on our website and with our members. We would like to host more events like this so that we can share more information about membership, the value of your membership, and reach out to new members, have coffee with them, invite them to events. So we would like some more committee members to help with those efforts. We also have an advocacy team, and the advocacy team works to be the point of contact for media and legislatures when they want the viewpoint of women business owners on different issues. So the advocacy team does this. They work on educating members, attending legislative events, and building relationships and creating strategic alliances with groups that align with NAWBO's goals. They're also very aware of what is happening on the legislative level and exploring best practices in public policy and working with the national NAWBO on advocacy efforts. As a committee member, you can help with events. We have an annual Terrace Hill event coming up in April, and it would be great if we could get some committee members to help plan that event. The advocacy team also wants to put an educational toolkit together for our members to help them learn more about advocacy. It would be fantastic if we could get a committee together to support them and help them with that toolkit. We also have a programs team, which oversees our monthly lunch programs like today, and coordinate those programs that focus on professional development and education. The programs team also manages 2 monthly networking events. One is in the morning at the beginning of the day, and one is in late afternoon, early evening, so at the end of the day. So these are 3 monthly events on the calendar. They're regularly scheduled. They're on the same day of the week, in the same week of every month, so that you can plan that in advance and just get that on your calendar and plan accordingly. The program team also participates in the planning of 3 of our signature events. We have an annual meeting, we have a Toast to You event, and then we also have a holiday party. And the goal is to have committee members help with each and every one of those programs. So for each and every one of those events, those signature events and the monthly events. As a committee member on the programs team, you have the opportunity to connect on a whole new level with members of our chapter, meet new and existing members, and also the corporate partners that we work with. One thing I would love everybody to do is, or give everybody the opportunity today, is share an area. I just shared some information about ways that you could potentially get involved in our chapter. I would love to hear from each and every one of you in the chat. If you could just put something in there. What's one thing that you think would be an area that you'd be interested in learning more about? And because we'd love to provide you some additional information and reach out to you and provide some more opportunities for you to get involved. So if you could put some information in the chat. And I'm going to conclude the formal presentation part of this today, and then we're going to unmute the microphone so that we can have some group discussion. But as you can see, NAWBO has accomplished so much in, the 50 plus years that it has been in existence, but there is so much to do. We have an incredible opportunity to continue the work that NAWBO has done and continue to support women business owners. And so I thank you for being a part of our conversation today. I look forward to continuing the conversation when we're able to unmute everybody here and talk about how can we continue to move our chapter forward? How can we continue NAWBO's mission? Thank you.